First Samuel chapter 17 and in verse 41. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. And the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog, that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistines cursed David by his gods. And the Philistines said to David, Come to me, and I will give your flesh to the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
Please don't miss what is going on. Don't miss what is going on the screen right now.
And I will smite you, take your head from you.
After
give
this,
the carcasses of the host of the Philistines unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord. Somebody said the battle is the Lord.
Don't miss what is going on now. You can pause your writing and finish the vision.
The Goliath of bloodshed in your family, the Goliath of premature death, tonight shall be the obituary of those Goliaths. Death can never kill life. I want you to lift up your right hand and say, we win, we win, we win. Say, under all circumstances, in every condition, whatever the devil does, we win, we win, we win. He stood and cried unto the armies of Israel.
Why are you come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine? And your servant to Saul? Choose you a man and let him come down to me. If he be able to fight with me and kill me, then we will be your servant. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then you shall be our servants and servants. For I defy the armies of Israel this day. I disgrace Israel this day. I reproach Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together.
When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistines, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of God, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and we were so afraid. And the men of Israel said, Have you seen this man that is come up surely to defy Israel? Is he come up? And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, What shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God. Who is this non-covenant vagabond? Who is this bastard child of a bitch that is here to defy the armies of the living God? I better die than to watch this man live. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him.
Am I a dog that thou comest to me with stone? Come to me, and I will give your flesh to the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. Ha 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 ha.
Thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day will the Lord deliver you into my hand, and I will smite you, take your head from you, give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came and drew near to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it, that the stone sank into his forehead and it fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore, David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Sheharim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. Somebody shout power! Till the Goliath of the Bible fell, the Goliath of our nation shall fall tonight. If the Goliath of the Bible fell, the Goliath in your family shall fall tonight. I am anointed as an axe